So y'all might remember this store. I've vlogged from here before. What I'm doing today is volunteering my time organizing books. There are lots of them. Lots of them. Here we go. The previous clip was from yesterday in real time, but I didn't record anything else yesterday, so I guess this will just be a hodgepodge kind of vlog with multiple clips, whatever. I just wanted to share with you that today I got up and I decided I was going to do all my work at home until I have to go to the theater this evening. I was going to do all my work from home, even though my laptop is really slow and the Wi-Fi is really slow here. I didn't want to run around and go to the library to be really efficient and get a lot of things done. I decided to just do as many emails as I can from my phone, even though my email app was acting up the other day and it wasn't sending certain things, so I have to get on the computer for certain things, even though it takes a long time. I just decided I would do what I can from my phone and from my laptop and deal with it being slow and just have a nice, slow, relaxed day, do a reading for someone that I meant to do days ago, and like I blinked and all of a sudden it's Thursday and I'm thinking it should only be like Tuesday. This is really like, this week has flown by and we're approaching Tech Week. For the play that I'm working on, and the musical is currently going through its own cycle and schedule. So that was the decision for today. I made my toast. I was getting ready to make some tea for the morning. I opened up the blinds as I do every day so you can see the snow that is currently outside. Then I picked up my glasses and they fell into a pile of yarn. I picked them up and they were broken. And then I had to walk over to the apartment office to get super glue because I don't have super glue. So my property manager, who is great and does what they can for me all the time, helped me try to glue them and tape them enough so that I can wear them to at least go and try to get them temporarily repaired. And I don't know how much they charge for that, or I don't know what's gonna happen, but this is not what I needed today. And then I have an app that draws a daily tarot card, and I don't know if it's the same for everybody, like that's everybody's daily card draw that uses the app, or if it individualizes it at all. They've been pretty accurate so far, and that after I got back from the property manager's office gluing and taping my glasses, I drew the card for the day, and it was the 8 of Swords. And those of you who are familiar with tarot are rolling your eyes right now, or nodding in understanding, or just, yep, the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is a card that in traditional artwork involves a blindfolded and bound woman standing amidst 8 swords that are stuck in the ground around her. And one of the other artworks that I have for it in one of my tarot decks is a woman lying on the ground with the swords stuck all around her, like right next to her body. So the idea of it in that deck is that it seems like you're trapped, but if you only looked, and she's blindfolded so she can't literally see. My glasses are broken, so luckily I am nearsighted, so I can see a lot close up. I just can't legally drive without my glasses, and I can't read things that are a certain distance away. So, like, things look blurry after a certain distance, but I can act without my glasses. I won't run into people or furniture. I won't fall off the edge of the stage. I can see stuff like that, but I can't read something across the stage if it were a small enough font, you know, but the idea is that if you were able to find another perspective and sort of wriggle a different way, she's really not trapped. The woman in the card is really not trapped. It just seems like it because every way she tries to move, there's a sword there, but there is a way that she could go and she would be totally free. It's just this illusion of being bound and blindfolded and seemingly nowhere to go, but there is somewhere to go. So it's a card about overcoming obstacles and just having to deal with things and find a new way through. And that is for sure what today ended up being about. It's not what I wanted. I wanted today to be about resting and relaxing and getting stuff done, but in a leisurely way. It's not gonna happen. Or it might happen. I just have to go to the vision center and get a temporary repair done on these glasses because I can't afford new ones right now. So we'll see what happens. Cool. Unless it turns out that it's really affordable and I can swing it right now, and then I'll try to, but I also have to pay my rent because today's the 2nd of the month. I also wanted to record some videos today because I got the sudden urge to do an update of my bookshelf tour that I did years ago, and I have way more books now than I did then, and I'm also in a new place, so my bookshelf setup is different. I have a new little bookshelf, and the setup on the other, excuse me, the setup on the other bookshelves is different. I also actually have that new bookshelf that's behind me in my videos now. Sorry, everything is a mess. My vacuum was like broken the other day. Anyway, I have that bookshelf which currently has my jewelry and stuff on it and my scarves and things. So I'm not really using it for books, but I could be. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So I'd like to let you know also now, a few hours later, that one of the other things in the traditional meanings of the Eight of Swords is that because of the whole thing about, like, if you just looked at it a different way, you would realize that it actually wasn't as dire as you thought, is just the idea that things aren't really as bad as your mind is making them out to be. That you're kind of, it's about overthinking and thinking that the situation is worse than it really is. So let me share with you what ended up happening today. So, and this is going to seem really silly to some of you, but again, I don't remember if I mentioned this in the earlier clip, but I have actually only ever had 2 pairs of glasses in my entire life. I have never been responsible for getting my own glasses and taking care of that kind of thing, because the only other 2 times in my life I've had it done, my mom did it for me because I was a kid. And I just wear my glasses until they break, and then I get new ones out of necessity. So I did not know, because I have never had to do this, how easy the process could be. So what I was thinking, because the other 2 times I've had to go, I've always had to get a full new eye exam. They insisted on getting a new eye exam, figuring out my prescription, making sure it hadn't changed. And maybe that was just because I was a kid, or maybe it was because we were able to get an eye exam every year if we wanted to, and we didn't. So when it had been 6 years, they were like, let's give you a new eye exam, because maybe your eyes change more when you're young, just like everything else about you continues to change while you're young. So maybe that's why. But that's what I was anticipating having to do. And that costs a certain amount of money that I know I was like, oh, this is going to be, a necessary expense. Obviously, I have to get my glasses. I can't legally drive without them. But kind of a pain in the butt thing to happen today. But what happened was, I got there, someone told me just go in, ask them for a temporary fix because they can help you fix it. I didn't know what that meant, but I walked in and said, my glasses broke this morning, I just need something temporary, and I can always come in tomorrow I just need something today to help me out, and I just need something so that I can drive, And she was slammed, and she said that they were really busy, and could I just wander around the store for a little bit and come back, could she call me when they were ready for me, kind of thing. And what they would do is try to fit my lenses into other frames, but because my frames are so old, because the last time I got them done was like when I was 18, or something like that, it was so old that it wasn't in their system anymore because I had gotten them at a different location, that they would just have to try and see what they could do. So she couldn't promise anything. But she called me back probably about an hour later, and I was on the phone with my brother at the time. I spent the time catching up with him. And she said they were able to find frames for me, and they would only be $9. So they found me some $9 frames, and they're actually perfect. They picked them out based on the style that I used to wear, the purple plastic ones. So these are still plastic frames, and I think that in the future I will look to get an additional pair of metal frames, because I would like to have 2 pair of glasses, because when one breaks, you've got to have a backup, and I've never had that. So I do want to do that. But they just picked these based on the kind that I already had. So this is another plastic pair. These are actually black with clear behind, so they're black and clear. I don't know if you can see that. But they're basically exactly what I had, which is the style that I like, and I'm glad that they're black because I wanted to go with black and or metal frames after this point. So I've got these. These will serve me well, and then in the future I will go get a new eye exam and get some new glasses with metal frames, probably with whatever my prescription actually is, or the same prescription, because I don't think my eyes have really changed. So that's what ended up happening. So I have new glasses today, and as the Eight of Swords says, it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a huge inconvenience and a huge setback. I mean, not huge, but when you're on a budget, anything unexpected is kind of a big deal. But this was so much less than I thought it was going to be, and it worked out so well. Everyone was very helpful, and it all got done within a couple hours. So I'm home again. I'm going to make myself something to eat. I'm going to make myself something to eat. I almost just said make something to eat. That's where the S came from. And I wanted to do a reading today. I forgot the power went out, so my stove says it's 7 p.m., but it's not. We've been having a lot of storms the past couple days. I don't think I will have enough time to do a full reading before I have to be at the theater, but I can come home from the theater and do it tonight, so possibly that will be the plan. Okay, since I haven't closed out this vlog yet, and I haven't been using my selfie stick the whole time, so I zoom in anyway, so you probably can't tell that I was holding the camera with my arm, but selfie stick! So much better. Anyway, so I wanted to close out this vlog. I'm going to edit it today and get it up this weekend, and ow! The sun just got really bright. It's bouncing off the snow. It's a good thing I'm not wearing my new glasses right now because it would just be glare. Glare. Anyway. I'm super excited right now because today's the next day after the previous clip that you saw, and I woke up to a notification that one of my good online friends sent me a donation to help with my glasses. I'm not going to say her name just because I don't know if she would want me to say her name, but you're very welcome to say who you are if you want to. But one of my good friends sent me a donation yesterday to help with my glasses. Like I said in the vlog, I originally thought that I was going to have to go get like a $55 eye exam and deal with all this stuff and that it was going to be this huge expense, and then it ended up not being. So I just woke up to see this donation. So I told my friend it ended up only being $9 for the frames, and it worked out really well, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. So the remaining $15, I just found out from one of my friends at the theater that our local vet has like changed owners recently, and they will do a nail trim for my cat for only $15. And she has an ingrown claw, and I know I can't afford to bring her in for a full exam right now. So I haven't brought her, but I need to get her nails done because she does not like, my previous cat, Sierra, loved that scratching post thing that I would give her, and we would fill it with catnip. I have so many videos of her scratching that thing, so I'm sure you've seen it if you've seen her in old videos. My new cat doesn't really do that. She likes to claw the furniture and the wood trim on the doors. Her nails stay a little bit sharper, and she sometimes lets me touch her front feet to trim her nails, but I can't get near her back feet, and she hides whenever anyone else is in the house, so I can't have someone else hold her while I trim her nails. So I really need to take her in, and my friend recently told me I can get it done for $15, so I was like, cool. So I said, I'll use the rest of your donation to do that. I'll call and make the appointment right now, because I've been neglecting that. So I called and made the appointment. And I told the woman, I know that I have to bring her in for an exam because it's the first time she's been in since I adopted her. I know I have to give her the full exam. And she said, well, we can do the nail trim for $15, just like you heard. And she said, we do a free exam now for all cats, whether you're a client of our offices or not. Every new cat that comes in there gets their first exam free. What? So my cat now has an appointment to get her nails did next week, and a full exam for free. I'm so excited. So thank you so much to my friend for sending that donation, because I would not have called to make that appointment right now if I didn't know that I had the funds already there. And this is just so crazy to me that, like, you know, like I said, yesterday was the Eight of Swords, which, you know, initially looks like obstacles to overcome. It looks like you're, you know, bound and blindfolded and you have nowhere to go. And that's definitely mentally where I was. Swords are also about intellect and mental structure. And that's definitely where I was. But it's a card about realizing that there's another way and that it's not as bad as you thought it was going to be. And that has come true now in two major ways. So just what I'm flabbergasted at the accuracy of this lesson, and so I'm so grateful to be able to share it with you in vlog form, and I hope that from now until forever you all know what the Eight of Swords in tarot means. And I did Instagram a picture of the card I was talking about that I wasn't sure what deck it was from the Goddess Tarot. The one that I mentioned has the woman lying down, and she's actually not bound and blindfolded. She's just kind of covering her eyes. So she's choosing not to look, and she's not bound, but she's laying on the ground amongst all these swords. Because the Celtic Tarot, the pips don't have people in them. The Eight of Swords is just four swords and four swords crossed together, which I can't show you because I'm holding the camera. Nope, can't figure out how to do it. Anyway, it's just 8 swords locked together. So just really and truly, I'm so excited. I am so grateful right now, and I'm just excited, like I said, and So I just thought that would be a perfect way to close out this vlog. What am I doing? What do I do on the internet? I vlog. I video log. I also blog. Links in the description. I don't blog that often. Anyway, I thought this would be a good way to close out the vlog, the video, and get it edited and uploaded for you. So this is the first weekend video of March. It's also my first entire day off in a long time because I don't have rehearsal tonight. I don't have to be at the theater. So I am home working on readings and videos and all kind of other stuff like that, which is appropriate that the card of the day today was the High Priestess. So thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time, and until then, don't forget to be awesome, blessed be, and goodbye.